My husband just told me to try to calm down. Poor fool, man. No, it just got a bit frazzled. I started a little bit late tonight because I had to go and do shopping. We need to get a shopping delivery and yeah. It has been indicted by a New York grand jury. Well, we were expecting that. Threats of violence in August started to look like days ahead of starting. Wow. Hi, everyone. Hi, Annie S. Kirsten at Uncovered News, Carter Mancy, Kim King, Ewart, Linda B. Hi. Senator, senior ExxonMobil lobbyist captured on camera. They control. Oh, are they Republican or both Republican and Democrat? That's the thing. It's, you know, you can't just assume that it's all Republican. That'll be interesting. Hi, Apple. Yeah, I had to do some grocery shopping. I had to get that done. And, you know, oh, wrong book. No wonder it won't fit in. Oh, more children's graves. Will the banks recall Trump's loans? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll have a look at that. Firstly, you guys are suffering through a horrible heat wave. Canada at the moment, I understand that there has been, people have died, and you're getting up to like 50 degrees there in Canada. That's awful. I've been in 46-degree heat, even 48. Oh my God, that's just awful. And Canada, US and Canada deaths, yes, thanks for letting me. Yeah, I thought if it's in Canada, it's probably in the US as well. My prayers and my thoughts go out to all you guys, all of you who are suffering the heat, and to the families and loved ones of all those who have been lost due to this. Heat waves are bad, but the infrastructure should at least give, you know, so you guys can, yeah. Hi, Renee. Hi, Annie S. Michelle Peterson, hi. I am in Melbourne. Yeah, we're nice. We're probably complaining about cold, and these guys are the heat. Here we go. Look like Olive from On the Buses, but I don't. Helena Harrison, hi. Bonnie Russell, hi. Again, to everyone, thoughts and prayers with you guys over there. Coles online. Yeah. Yeah. Jim Acosta boo. I like Jim Acosta. Hi J-Lo. Hi Carter Mancy. Wow. The power grids are just. Wendy K, hi. Cooler and more comfortable. Bonnie Russell, hi. So there's, will the banks call in Trump's loans? I'll have a look at that with the tarot. Will banks call in Trump's loans? Now, Weisselberg's been indicted. Will others follow? More unmarked Indigenous children's grave. Yeah, it's just horrible. Threats of violence in August. Okay, I did a reading yesterday on the weekend. Violence in August, US. Will there be heat waves in UK and Europe? I'm going to ask that. The Exxon, yeah, that's an interesting, captured on camera revealing 11 senators they control. Oh. Can we? It's going to come up in a minute. I want to have a look at that. No, I can't. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring up the banner. Go back to comment. Yeah. Okay. Any news on the names of the senators? I know that the Russian vaccine and the Chinese vaccine have both failed. Wildheart, hello. Trump first have worked to deal with weasel. Oh, I do have to catch up on my Glenn Kirshner. Hi, Sheila from Inquisitive. How are you? That's the Brazilian Zenit probe. Oh, will the class action lawsuit? Will the class action lawsuit against Trump over COVID deaths, will it? You're tired, Sheila. Will it fly is a bit of a facetious term, you know. Will it be dismissed? Hi, Renee. Of course, prayers go out to all those families and the descendants of all those children, you know, nieces, nephews, cousins, etc., who have been lost and whose bodies have been found at the school sites. Hi, Clarence Fields. Just having a look. Yeah, China's XI, at Communist Party. We won't accept sanctimonious preaching from others. Yeah, he's talking about Japan there. Yeah. Whitby. Sky News, I'm taking. Whitby, what's going on, Bubba? Hey?
Oh, yeah. He just had some treats. He's just feeling a bit left out.
I'll give him a cuddle.
Yeah. Come on.
Hi, Debbie Fitzsimmons, Helena Harrison.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. No. You're soggy. You know that?
Whitby, Bubba boy, come to Mama. Come say hello to everyone. Come here.
He's soggy and he stinks.
That's all right. Little dog stinks nothing.
You better get the snacks. He's obsessed with food.
Come here, Bubba. Come here.
Just say hello.
Come to Mummy. No, don't go over to the cat food. Come here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Whitby. Whitby. Look what Mummy's got. No, he wants you.
No, he loves
He
me.
wants you. He wants you.
I know he wants me because he thinks I've got the
No,
treats.
he just wants you.
No, open it. He'll smell the treats.
Whitby. You want one?
He really stinks and he's soggy.
Little bit of soggy dog stink won't hurt Mummy, will it?
Poor baby.
Say hello. You want to say hello to everyone?
He's
No.
not getting enough.
No. He doesn't want to.
He wants treats.
Be good. Be a gentleman.
You're a case stop. Come here, boy. Whippy. Come on.
Yeah, cuddle's not working wonders there.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let him out. Come on, Bubby. Down the street.
Giuliani backs Republican challenger to Georgia governor.
Okay, come on, buddy. Sit. Good boy. Off you go now.
It was against the Trump organisation and CFO, not just Weisselberg, but against the organisation itself. Hi, Karen Hardinge. Hi, JLo. New York Grand Jury has handed up indictments against the Trump organisation and its longtime financial advisor. So, back to turn himself in. Of course, an organisation can't. Not being charged with any wrongdoing at the moment. Will Trump eventually be indicted? Indicted in this. Yeah. There's only that death toll is only going to rise. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to do any reading on the collapse and, about who's going to be held responsible. Except I know they were planning to do repairs, but too little, too late. Yeah. his release. What release? A GOP donor pays $1 million to deploy the South Dakota National Guard. I don't think he can do that. Hi, Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot. Hello, how are you? He hasn't been released. What? He hasn't been released, has he? Oh, he's not being released. He's home. Oh, my God. Oh, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's sickening. A chef died after falling into a gigantic vat of chicken soup he was cooking for a wedding. I mean, funny as that sounds, someone did die, unfortunately. Hi, Anrod. Hi, GMAR5. I will get stuck into the reading soon. I'm just going through the headlines. I cannot believe that Bill Cosby got released. That's just sickening. He's not innocent. After sexual assault conviction overturned. I suppose I could do a reading on him, what's going to happen. Because of rare heart inflammation under investigation. Okay. Trump blames Biden for border surge during Texas trip. Anyone tell me what that's about? Okay, let's have a look. I think we'll get stuck into it. First on my list, will banks call in Trump's loans after the organisation was indicted? Will they start? Oh, God, that's horrible. Yeah. Let's have a look. Will the banks call in his loans? God has just compassion. Oh. I've misplaced something. I hate it when that happens. Oh well, it'll all sort itself out in the wash. Don't need it. Don't you just hate that? Let's have a look. Just trying my little book, which I really like. It's good because it's got how many numbers of cards, what it means, different types. I don't know where it is. Oh, Whitby, yeah. Okay. Will the banks calling me? Lovers. They made deals with him. Their challenge now is deals again. Is he keeping up those deals? Payments. The terms of those deals, I think. Whether they can. Guidance. Yeah, he's not going to pay it. They should call them in. Focus. Yeah, out in the cold, money. Yeah, they're looking at it when they can. Yeah, I think they will start calling him when they can. Some still have parts of the agreement means that Trump has not yet reached the forfeit part for some of them, but others, yes, he has. If he's reached the forfeit part, they're going to go for him. But they have to look at that. So there's certain, when you do loans, there's certain things you have to do and not do, and if you don't meet certain conditions, and that can be even morals clauses or stuff like that, banks can call in the loans. Yes, so some of them are going to call in the loans. Yep, and he is going to be left out in the cold with a lot of them. So yeah, he's going to lose some of his properties. It's going to start. So some of them are going to start calling in the loans. Quite often if the company's indicted, that's enough for them to say, okay, the conditions of the loan have been breached. We're going to call it in. So, yeah. Okay. Weisselberg's been indicted. Will Trump eventually be indicted? Himself, not the organisation, but himself. Will Trump himself be indicted? Ace of Pentacles, loans, money, King of Cups, the Tower for him in his future. He's got the Tower in his future. So in the present, he's looking for money. In the past, he's trying to divert things in the past by saying Biden stole the election. He's not just doing it to be a pain in the ass for Biden, he's doing it to divert away from all these cases. There's something about my email. Hi, Bonnie Russell. So yeah, in the past he's been to, and that's part of why he's doing the they stole, trying to divert away from these cases. In his future, he has got the Tower coming, so that's definitely, I'd say, indictments. And here is the Eight of Cups, which is witnesses. I do feel that Weisselberg might turn, but there's other witnesses as well. Weisselberg's ex-daughter-in-law said, yes, she'll do it. Actually, they're coming close to a decision on what's going on. So things are coming close. Crossroads, the outcome there. The Fool. Consequences for his actions. Yeah. In the future, not that far in the future. What is Trump's next move? They're going to accuse Weasel of doing it all without them knowing anything. Oh, of course it won't work. There'll be signatures on paperwork somewhere. And I think Weisselberg's got it all hidden away. Hi, Renee Rogers. Five of Cups. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. What's his next move? He's really, he's really, really afraid of losses, of financial loss, with loans being caught in. People, if assets get frozen, being able to get your money back as you're calling in a loan will be harder. So people, I think that's one of the reasons that companies are going to start calling in their loans for him. King of Wands. The challenges. Yeah, he's going to step up the I'm the rightful president shit. Pardon my French. Oh, he has a change coming, but that he cannot avoid. There it is, along with the Tower before. What's he going to do? He's trying to stir up conflict, but he can't avoid that change. He's going to do anything he can to try and avoid what's coming. Temperance. He should show restraint. He's not going to. Empress. Abundance. Eight of Wands, communications. There's going to be stuff coming at him. What he's going to do next is he's going to try and divert and cause trouble and cause conflict. But there's not much he can do. There's not much he really can do in reality. This is the near future for him. Things are going to change irreparably. Tax avoidance, even evasion to a certain extent, is one thing. Out and out fraud. Well, I hope things go. Joe G, thank you for your comment. I hope things start on an improving path for you. Hi, Shelby Lisa. Hi, Melinda Ducha. August. Is there going to be trouble in the US in August? Marga trouble. Oh, Joji, I hope that you are feeling on an upward curve, and I hope that it continues. Hugs to Joji, and lots of loving, healing, and positive energy to Joji. Okay, the situation. What is the situation with outbursts of violence? Your temperature was 103, and you, oh my goodness, that is very dangerous. Oh. Hi, J-Lo. Okay, possibility of violence in August. There are people stirring it up on behalf of, stirring things up and promising there's going to be violence, there's going to be violence. This is the page, the Knight of Cups, the false knight offers that aren't really going to materialize. Oh, they've been communicating and they're making plans and stuff like that. And yeah, in the past, the future, Page of Pentacles, news about resources and money. At the base of this, it's my way or the highway. You are either with us or against us. This is the mentality of a lot of MAGA and Trumpsters. But the advice is, that they're going to start causing minor disruptions, but it's going to get to a point where it gets to a tipping point. Which way is it going to go? Oh, you had pneumonia. Oh, my goodness. Tipping point. 8 of Cups. it's going to come to a tipping point where people are either going to go all in or walk away. But there's going to be a resolution in it. August could be a lot of small skirmishes and stuff around the place. But it's going to get to a point where people are going to go, okay, I'm all in, and some people are going to go, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going home. Do I see the Trump kids being indicted tomorrow, Friday, your time? I'll have a read on that, yeah. And the world, it's going to be resolved one way or the other in August with these guys. It's either going to be an end to it or continuing abeyance, continuing skirmishes. But August is still a month away. You keep fighting, Joji. You rest. You do what you need to do to rest. You take heart. Trump org is due to be indicted tomorrow. When are the indictments against Weisselberg? Alan Weisselberg's supposed to hand himself in tomorrow. The kids, or any of the Don Jr. or Eric. They've been concentrating on putting out news about Weisselberg to keep other things quiet. Let's see. Yeah, that indictment is already out, the Trump org one, and Weisselberg. Will there be more indictments tomorrow, which is Friday your time? Will there be more indictments in the US on Friday for Trump family people? Oh, definitely some changes. That's a no card, but definitely some irreversible and unavoidable changes for people within the Trump org. Empress, that's a yes. Lots and lots of evidence. Six of Cups, past actions. It's also a yes. Five of Swords, that's on top of the death, on top of the death card. The Five of Swords is also the end doesn't justify the means, and people turn their back on you. Nine of Cups, that's a yes card. That's on top of the Empress. Eight of Pentacles. They're still ironing out some final details. Three of Pentacles. Work, group work, dirty money. Queen of Swords, that's on top of the Empress, and the Nine of Cups, that's being called forth to answer for your actions. And Seven of Swords is trying to sneak away and avoid the consequences. Looks like there could be. We've got three no's out of that, but there's so much more yeses there. If not tomorrow, then I would expect it with the Empress, which is a major arcana. If not tomorrow, certainly sometime within the next couple of weeks. keep a lookout, possibly sometime during July. But yeah, if not tomorrow, sometime during July. Changes are already settling in with the Trump order. Heat waves. Now, you guys are going through an heat wave in the US and Canada. I'm going to have a look and see if there's going to be any heat waves in the UK and Europe. You know, Sheila, I can't make those things happen. I can just read the energy about the situation. It says that it could be tomorrow or within the next month or so, but there are indictments going to come down against individuals, yes. When will the IRS go after Trump? Well, I'll have a look at that in a little bit, okay. Okay, heat wave, UK and Europe. Turbulence, rest, retirement. There's definitely, that's on the bottom of the deck when I asked about a heat wave in Europe and the UK. Hidden mistakes. I get sort of got yes in some areas, and some areas are suffering when they don't have to because of just badly run government, local government perhaps. Hi Georgie Moon. Okay. Here's that Five of Swords again. Challenge of agreement. Yeah, I do feel they might suffer some heat waves. I don't know whether it's going to be to the extent that you guys are, but there's definitely a breakdown with regards to maybe even some loss as well. Yeah. Changes. This is interesting. The outcome is new starts, resolution. It's definitely going to have some effect. There's going to be some areas where they feel like they're suffering because of the actions of others in not doing things right. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Okay. Will a class action lawsuit? Now, somebody asked me just before, what was it? I said I would read on it and I completely forgot. Sorry about that. When will the IRS go after Trump? You know, tarot's not good for timing. Might get the Norman cards out for that. With the Lenormand timing and stuff. Trump whips House. No rush. When the man is ready, whips. Repeatedly recurring. No rush. They're taking their time. They're taking their time because of repeated recurring. They're really taking their time because they're tracking down repeated recurring patterns. Of abuse. This is the whip, repeated recurring abuse of the system. The ring is, of course, commitment and everything, but it's also never-ending and cyclical. Commitments, engagements, repeatedly not meeting his commitments. And it's not just Trump themselves, they're going after other members of his family. Yep. When they feel they have enough. So they will, but it's still going to be a while. Okay. They are combing through everything. Oh, could ask that question. Will they get Trump on RICO charges? Will Trump the indicted on RICO charges. Thanks, Em. And hello to everyone who's watching who isn't in the chat, and to everyone who watches later. Thank you. I really appreciate you clicking on the video to watch. Yeah, the thumbs up would be great. Thank you. Paul. Okay. Will they go after Trump with RICO charges? They're looking at it. Whitby, what, Bubba? Leave Daddy alone. James is modelling in the middle room, and Whitby knows it because he can hear things happening in there through the vent, and he'll stand out there and he'll make those noises. Definitely going to be a family thing. Lovers, deals, King of Wands. I do feel they will, but, and not just Trump, but other members of the family as well. Yeah. Base of it is deals, manipulation, chaos, investigative chaos. Middle, the Hangman and the King of Swords. Yeah, they are looking at it, but they put that on pause for a little bit.
You believe this is worse than the cat.
Oh, Bill Cosby got released
I saw
on a technicality.
legal technicality.
And someone said 70 women weren't enough. Oh, that's just so sickening.
So distressed. Not enough attention. Doing a job, protecting us from the big bad world.
Brittany, yes, will
Really?
Brittany win an appeal against the judge's decision?
Some sort of narcotic in it.
There's still some hidden problems she's got to work through, but then there's a change.
Good boy.
The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think she will. I think she will. She's got two queens here, Intuition and Queen of Cups. Mental and emotional stability. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, the Moon. I got... Her father hasn't been handling things very well either, and that's one of the reasons he doesn't want to hand things over. So not necessarily criminal, just poor management. Yeah, him and a former DA, he made a deal in which the DA apparently guaranteed him, if you do this, we will not come after you for other charges. Will that decision be appealed? Will, so yes, Brittany I think she'll appeal, and she will eventually get there, but it's still going to take a bit of time. Cosby. Will they? But he was let out on a technicality, but he wasn't acquitted. So, can a new case be brought against Cosby? Will a new case be brought against Cosby? They're thinking about it. Possibly new cases might be brought against him. Witnesses. Cosby's got a lot of money to fight it, but embezzlement at the base of it. Will it win? Will they win if the new case is brought against him? Yeah, I think there might be consideration of it, but I don't know if that will happen. I think it's too early. Yeah. Case was thrown out. Will the class action against over COVID deaths against Trump, will it be successful, basically? Will the class action lawsuit against Trump over the COVID deaths be successful? Debate, conflict, some hidden problems with the moon, consequences, gaslighting, cloudiness of issues, confusion over the issues. No, I've got no. The outcome is no. Hope I'm wrong, but I do get no. Yeah. I get no, it's not going to be successful. Yeah. Mims. Can somebody send me an email? Oh, I've got a couple of emails. Oh, thank you, Melinda Ducha. Thanks for that. I've got my little book. Oh, here it is. It was hidden. It was hiding. My little book. It's got what multiples mean of numbers and stuff like that. So thank you for that email too. Thank you for those emails, Melinda. So I've gotten through the list at the moment. Who's got some questions? Anyone got some questions? The heat. Please do as little as you can and conserve as much as your energy as you can. GOP. Said he just wanted to help. So earlier this month, the billionaire Republican donor who amassed a fortune building an international junkyard empire took the unusual step of calling South Dakota Governor Chrissey Noem. Oh, God, her. Chrissey Noem. Is she up next year? She is, isn't she? South Dakota 2022. A rising Republicans. He asked if she wanted to send the National Guard troops from South Dakota to the US-Mexico border and offered up to $1 million to help. And she said yes. Oh. He didn't think it would come out. Oh, I'm just reading a story here, bub. So, is this donation state senator? Yeah. No, it was donated for a specific purpose. Is this going to blow back in Noam's face? The law states in South Dakota that the fund can only be used to meet special emergency requirements of Division of Emergency Management. Arkansas, Florida, Nebraska, and now have all committed to sending law enforcement officers. Why are they want to send them to the border? Oh, well, I know why, but they can't just do that. what book are you using? The one I use is a little purple one called by Jonathan D. An easy to follow illustrated guide, and I don't use it so much for the cards themselves, but there's card combinations of sevens and not things like that, and there's some number stuff in it, and things, and it's got a couple of spreads I use in it too. I use different books and things as well. I've got another little book here that sometimes Tarot by Paula Day that I sometimes look at if I want to have a look at the numbers and stuff. So, you know, and there's other things, the elements, more about the elements, numerical significance for minor arcana, things like that. So, and I welcome any suggestions people want to play. So yeah, it sounds like you're trying to turn the National Guard into a private militia, basically. Will go anywhere that some billionaire sends them. I think it's a really, really tricky situation. It's up to the governor of each state, it's their prerogative that they want to send people, but where's all this gonna lead? You know, several Republican governors committed to send people. Yeah, he's Wildheart. Yeah, he's disabled. He's offered to send 50 police officers, I think. What's all this? Where is all this going to go? Oh, where is all this going to go? Texas border. We have the Army Reserve over here. In order all different states, but they are still the Australian Army. And yes, they're often deployed to help in emergencies in different states and different things, but they're still the Australian Army. And they've even been deployed overseas at times. The National Guard is a different thing. It's like the state national. Each state has its own or something. I'm not quite sure how it works. But where is all this? The Texas border with the National Guard. Where is all? Okay. What is going to happen with the Texas border situation? Is it going to blow up? National Guard from everywhere. Is it going to, will the National Guard go? So let's have a look. Will the National Guard actually be sent from different states? Challenge getting everything together. The future, justice in the future, at the base of it, overflowing emotions. The High Priestess. Thanks, Sam. It is political, but if they send 50 and say all 14 or whatever Republicans run states, say if 14 Republican run states each send 50, that's 500, 700 people, you know. Will the deployments happen? Will the deployments happen? I've got that. This was the first card I drew with the previous thing I set out, which was apathy. People aren't taking it seriously. Page of Swords, disappointment, the Emperor, the rule of law, hanging in their security. Might end up in the courts. Going to ask a different question now. Will this whole border situation blow up into an emergency? Is this all going to blow up and explode? This whole situation, this whole border situation, is it all going to blow up and explode? Seven of Swords, people trying to get away with strategy. 6, things in the past, actions in the past, looking to a rough journey into smoother waters. Energy, lots of energy around this situation. Modest celebration. I think they're going to be able to tamp things down. Got prosecutors coming into it. The previous one I had the Queen of Swords in it, and we've also got consequences. I do think it's going to be able to be tamped down, and there are going to be consequences for people. Oh, Donald Rumsfeld has died at 88. Thoughts and prayers to his family. Flush the dunny. Australian universities may allow pseudonyms to protect students, including those critical of China, if they're prepared to. That's, Oh, what? Oh. Hi, Melissa Miller. That will all sort itself out, Melissa Miller. She's going to appeal. She will get things back. I did say there was a couple of setbacks for her the other day when I read it. 2 local boxers filmed themselves breaching the state's current lockdown, this is in Queensland, and extinguishing Brisbane's eternal flame. Why on earth they attempted to defend their actions? Why did they think it was worth doing? It's burning and it's gone. Perfect. No curfew anymore because the Olympic flame is gone. What? He was against war and against countries going to. Screw you, buddy. It's not about war. It's about remembering those who have been sacrificed, who have given their lives. Oh, what an asshole. I hope if they're up for Olympic selection, I hope that's all gone down the rain. Gone down the. Hi, Carl Rice. I'm just having an moment of outrage here. Having a history of military service, past and current in my family. I'm really, really, really disgusted with that. Okay. Any questions? Come on, guys. Throw them at me. Throw them at me. If there were no more conflicts in the world, it would be wonderful. There was no need to go to war against people. It would be wonderful. It would be great. But there's no reason to disrespect those who are some two friggin' idiots, boxers in Queensland broke curfew, COVID, right, rules, and they went to the RSL in Brisbane and extinguished the eternal flame.
Oh, no. Yeah. Just beggars belief.
Julian Assange. What about him? No, it's not ethical. Julian Assange be freed now that a witness admitted to lying about it. Oh. That was the no fan of Assange, but if he's been held on false testimony, well, let's have a look. Bobby, could I have another coffee, thanks?
Just about to ask, how's that going?
Wasn't a headache, it was my arm.
Oh, where you landed on the bedside.
I dropped my glasses between the bed and my bedside table last night, and this morning I went, dived down, and I rolled over, and I was like, and I rolled too far, and I rolled out of bed, bang, my arm right here. There's a huge bruise right here where I got the corner, my arm hit the corner of my the very corner of my bedside table.
Yep.
And I've got a huge bruise. Yeah, and it was really hurting. So I had some aspirin. A, because I've had the AstraZeneca thing, the first dose. God knows what's going to happen there. And B, because it was hurting like crazy. I saw a thing yesterday on ABC on one of the people who developed the blood clots. He didn't die. He was in hospital for 16 days, and his opinion is he had his opinion is that the government should just drop AstraZeneca completely. Just no, don't use it.
A regular coffee, babe?
No, I haven't put an ice pack on it yet. The bruise is coming out.
Sure.
Just a regular.
Regular coffee?
Yeah, regular coffee.
Let's see that arm. Developed of us. Let's see the.
Hang on, guys. James wants to look at my arm. That's all right. It's just that I've got to take it.
Oh, I see. Oh, come on.
Yeah, well, I'm being lazy, okay?
Come your hands.
No, I don't need a hand to get out of the chair. I'm just being lazy.
Oh, yeah, that's developing something bad. I was worried you'd broken something.
Oh, I was worried too.
Yeah.
Breaking. What is it? The tibia? Or which
I
one's
know.
this?
I was worried about your shoulder or your elbow.
Oh, yeah, I was worried about that too. But no,
Copy.
I was lucky.
Yeah. Hospital's the last place you want to be right now, babe. Yeah.
I think it's the last place a lot of people want to be right now, babe.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Hello, Bubba girl. You just wanted to see my arm. That meant taking my jumper off.
I know, but yeah.
And as impressive as they are, I don't think you guys need to see my girls. Julian Assange.
Oh, no, 30 years ago.
Let's see. Oh, okay. What's the Pentagon going to say on deployment? That's going to be interesting. But first, Assange. Is he going to be released? Investigations. Yes. Talking. Anxiety. He's really anxious about it. What's happening? But we've got to know. That witness. He could be. I think he could be if he's been, you know, he's still in England, isn't he? America doesn't send AstraZeneca, Georgie Moon. It's the UK. Will the charges be dropped and will he be released? Yeah, there's a good chance he will be. I mean, if he's being held under false pretenses, he should be released. I'm not a fan of his. I don't wish harm on him, but yeah. Who's Jas Digger? I don't know who that is, Carl Rice. You'll have to tell me who he is. Now, I haven't put an ice pack or anything on it. I will probably a bit later.
That was an extremely high tolerance.
If you didn't hear that, hubby just said that I have an extremely high tolerance to pain. I do.
Oh, yeah.
Will Biden allow Snowden a chance to return to the US? I'll have a read on that too. Hang on, I'm getting a little bit. Oh, okay. Kristen Noem. I want to have a look at her. Is she going to be voted out next term? Let's see. Melania. She's not traveling with Trump. Divorce. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Biden allow Snowden back US. Yeah, I've got that. Pentagon on National Guard deployment. Christian Noem blocks the vote to stay in power. I don't understand, Joji. Sorry. Hi, J-Lo. 24 new local cases today in New South Wales. Nothing from WA yet.
Nothing from WA.
Queensland, 2 new cases.
WA is a little bit late.
Well, he doesn't really do anything till around 11 o'clock with regard to briefings and stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Assange has always been one to push the envelope to see how far he can push people and stir things up. Now, who's this Josh Duggar? It sounds, it's a name Oh, he's a journalist, Josh Duggar. So how's he being punished? Be held accountable for his CP issues. What are his CP issues? Yeah, if he's being held on false testimony, he should be released. And I think that probably is what's going to happen. Set up mailboxes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Reality star. Right. Okay. Yeah. TP. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. He's going to be held accountable. He's in for an anxious time. I'll tell you what, people. He's got a change of fortune coming to him. Yeah. A lot more is going to come out about him too. Yeah. Oh, thanks, baby. Who is the woman who was caught sending secret info? I don't know anything about that, guys, but if you can give me a bit more information. Sophie. Her name is Maria. And secret info from where to who? Stealing it and sending it. Stealing it from where and sending it to whom? Oh, he'll go to jail. He'll go to jail. Don't worry about that. Can't believe I just did shave and a haircut with my deck of cards. Oh, okay. Yeah, the TLC network or whatever it is, it said they're cancelling the show and they're not making a spin-off or anything like that. Ah, okay. Now that puts it all into place. Yeah, he's in deep doo-doo. He's in deep doo-doo. So next, Kristen Noam. Is she going to be re-elected in 2022? She's creating chaos. She's actually having a bit of money. There's money in her challenge position. Family money, okay. In her future. What she's got to be aware of, what she's got to guidance is beware of stuff coming back from her past. So she's in a bit more of a chaotic position than she actually thinks she is. At the base of this, loss. How has South Dakota gone in the COVID? I think she might get away with getting back in to the governor's position. Yeah, I think she probably will be re-elected next year if she runs. Does she have 2024 ambitions? Ah. Yeah, she's going to overcome things, but she's... You're welcome, Em, to Russia. Ooh, well, she is going to go. Elizabeth Shirley. Is she going to go to jail? What's she? Hey, sweetheart. Going to show everyone your pretty face today? You going to show everyone your pretty face? I'm going to show everyone your pretty face. Elizabeth Jo Shirley. She pled guilty, so she's had an offer. She's got to reveal lots of things. She is going to go to jail. She's got to reveal a lot of information. She's got a lot of stuff. I think she could get 5 years. She's hoping for less, but she's got some information to share. Possibly even with someone on the Republican Party. She's hoping to get 5 years or less. She's got some information to share. Pleading guilty means she made a deal of sorts. Hi, face painter. Message for you on that card tapping, hey? In that card tapping. Shaving a haircut. Bye, Clarence. Thanks for joining us. Melania. Is she divorced to Donald? Good luck with your move, Clarence. Be safe. We'll look forward to seeing you after you're all settled in. Okay? Hi, everyone who's watching who's not in the chat, and hello to everyone who opted to click on and view me later. Thank you for doing so. I really do appreciate it. Thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. But, yeah. She's looking at it. She's looking at her options for it. Joji, you go and get some rest. Yeah, she's definitely looking at it. but she's keeping things under wrap for now. She doesn't want, she wants things kept really clouded for now, so she's not saying much. But yet she's definitely, she's definitely gearing up to divorce him. She's keeping things under wraps. There's a prosecutor and the judge with the Queen and the King of Swords, or the King and the Queen of Swords. Burden. Could end up before a judge. It could get messy. Yeah. What, Whitby? What, sweetheart? I tried to hold him up to say hello to everyone earlier, and he was like, nah, don't want to do it. Does Donald suspect it? Donald doesn't give a rat's. Honestly, he doesn't. She wants to keep it quiet to avoid a lot of shit. Isn't Florida a no-show state? That if he doesn't show up for the hearing or something, she gets everything? I could have that wrong. That's just based on a movie I saw. Divorce. Does Donald know? He doesn't have a clue. Look at this. Two blindfolded people surrounded by swords. He's so oblivious to it. Intuition. The Queen of Wands. He might be niggling at him a little bit, but he's really got no state with without hope, Georgie Moon. Because he's so wrapped up in himself. He might have an inkling. It's there, it's in his subconscious, but unless somebody tells him, it's gonna take him by surprise and be so disruptive. She's gonna just launch it. Yep, because she's been very quiet about it, and and she's going to do everything very, very quietly. No place in the world is without hope, without the possibility of a brighter future. You have to believe that. I believe that. Biden. If Snowden is allowed back in the US, he will go to jail. Biden will not pardon him. Let's have a look. Snowden. He will face court. Biden and Snowden. Yeah, he betrayed the country. This is what Biden feels. It's a really, really emotional charged subject with Biden. It's left a legacy of, Snowden's left a legacy that's of betrayal. Yeah, this is Biden. Absolutely not. If he might let him come home, but he will go to jail. So if he wants to come home, he's going to have to go straight into custody. No. He won't let him come home and go free. There is no forgiving here. There's no. He can come home. He can come back to America anytime, but he will be arrested. He will be put straight into custody. He will not be let out on bail, and he will be tried and charged. Hi, Geek Hillbilly. I hope you are feeling better today. Teeny's barking at Whitby, is he? Yeah, no, there's no forgive and forget and come on home, prodigal son. No. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Will Dr. Fauci be held accountable for his knowledge of the book? We've got the Four of Cups. Apathy, just, yeah, and every time he tried to speak up, he got slapped down. So he tried to speak up, got slapped down, felt discretion was the better part of valor, really. CDC things were changed. Strategy. He kept quiet because he felt he was needed there. When he started really speaking out and he got shoved in the background. Okay, if he'd have said anything about these emails, he was in a... He has been asked to explain himself, and he is, and he will. Possibly closed sessions and all that. Yeah, he is having to explain himself. But if they'd have got rid of Fauci, even more people would have died. It's a real classic rock and a hard place thing. But he has been asked to explain himself, okay? He's not getting out without having to talk to people, whether it's closed committees or whatever. He has been asked to explain himself. If being held accountable means going to jail or getting... No, of course, there's no... but he has been asked to go through everything that happened, to explain everything he did during 2020 with regard to stuff. And he is doing that. There are investigations, okay? And he is talking and things. So you've got to remember, a lot of things are done quietly. So he is explaining himself. There is a process going on. This is the processes of government, and he is talking about his actions. He was shoved into the background a lot because what he had to say did not suit the Trump agenda, and in the end, he just felt if I speak up, I'm just going to be, I'll be gone out of here, and I can't do that. I've got to stay. So he kept quiet to hold the position, so he could continue working and investigating this thing and putting strategies through. Yeah. So, but that did come out, that Fauci. There were some emails and all that. So, if that's what you're talking about, the emails and all that, yes, he is talking about that, and things like that. So, yeah, and he is answering questions because they need to know what happened, why the failure. So he's talking about things, and if they feel he needs to explain his actions and account for his actions at this juncture, or that, he does it. Will Fauci write a book? That's interesting. Yeah, he can't be held accountable for what happened to the US people because of his actions and his knowledge. A lot of people were saved, but yeah. But there are always going to be people who want to paint him as the bad guy of the epidemic because, yeah, to cover their own backs. But so don't be surprised if you hear more. Will he write a book? You've got to know, maybe. He's thinking about it. Definitely juggling the idea. His inclination at the moment is no. Possibly because he feels he's got too much work to do. At the moment, no, not in the near future. But retirement here. So we've got the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords retirement. He's at a bit of a crossroads himself as to whether to stay or go. But I do feel when he retired, yes, he will write a book and everything. But at the moment, no, you're not going to see anything from him at the moment. Simply because he feels he still has things to do. Okay? He still has things to do, things to see through, strategies to enact, and things to see through. Now, Pentagon on the National Guard business. Is the Pentagon going to, what is the Pentagon going to do with regard to the National Guard business? Can they do anything about such deployments? He will eventually, yes. He will write a book. Not necessarily tell all. He will write a book about the epidemic. That will happen. But whether it's dealing with Trump in the epidemic and all that, no, possibly not. But he might. Bob Woodward went through my mind, but he might talk to someone like Bob Woodward and all that, who wants to write a book about what went on and and he will talk to him about that. But writing a tell-all book himself, no, but he will write a book about, you know, the pandemic and stuff like that. Okay, the Pentagon. Will the Pentagon be able to do anything about National Guard troops at the border? King of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Resources, King of Pentacles, they could limit funding, because I do feel that the National Guards do get some funding from the Pentagon. I'm not sure on that, but they could limit funding. Say if you go there, this will be a consequence of resources and funding will be a consequence of that. And they're both yes cards, by the way. Well, three of them are yes cards, by the way. Ace of Wands. There are some things they can do. Four of Cups. Deals, quid pro quos, they can, yeah. But I do think that might be a mistake if they did. I mean, they could, but they will do something. Seven of Cups. It's a bit of a confusing area as to how much they can actually do. But the thing is, they want to be careful, because here's the Knight of Pentacles, which is the mercenary. They don't want, if they limit funding too much, then donors could give more money to the states and they can just use it to fund, the states could just use it to fund the National Guard themselves and basically turn them into a mercenary force. And they don't want that, so they really have to be careful. They're going to be talking, I think. The Pentagon will talk to the governors of these states. False flag. Will Bill Gates and Melinda work well together after the divorce? Yeah, I feel they do. Just off the top of my head, Carl Rice, yes, I feel that they will. I don't feel it's going to be nasty. I feel for whatever reasons that they are getting divorced, they still have a great deal of fondness and respect for each other and always will. For judgments, might even end up a little bit in court. They might even take the governors to court. But Four of Pentacles, control, keeping some control on it. But it's also security. King of Wands, leadership. It's stuff they can do, but they have to be very careful. They're wary of the National Guard being turned into mercenary forces, basically. Just anyone can have them do something they want, and also setting up false flag operations within the US. So there's very serious discussion going on at the moment in the Pentagon about this National Guard question. Strong leadership. There's definitely going to be a question of resources and funding. Maybe even the legality of it. What constitutes an emergency situation? And I do think the situation at the border is going to be legally, they're going to go to the court to define whether the current situation at the border can be defined as an emergency, a national emergency, and I don't think it's going to be. Okay, any more questions, guys? I think that would be a fantastic book, How to Control and Avoid Pandemics. There's a book out there called Mathematical Modelling of Zombies. And what it looks at is it proposes several mathematical situations and uses a zombie pandemic as the basis of the mathematical questions and theorems posed. Mathematical modelling of zombies, it's called. The Queen is taking it a day at a time. Will she step down? Somebody asks. I'll ask that question. I'm getting no. I reckon that would be a very interesting book for people who are into epidemiology and all that to read. Eight of Pentacles. She has looked at the details of it, and she would be justified if she did. End of one journey, start of the other. So the top of my head said no, but the card said definitely considering it, and there is maybe some rising energy around it, but we've got the Moon, King of Cups. There's definitely some rising energy around it, possibly because of help. The Moon, there's still some hidden obstacles in there to her doing that, at least for her, obstacles that they don't want to bring out. But Wheel of Fortune, there is a change coming for her. Knight of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, she might have to for her health. She might have to for her health. But even if she did step down, that doesn't necessarily mean that Charles would become king. He might just become regent, in which, because of the inability of his mother to do things, but her still being alive, he might become a regent. Is he ready to take over? Is Charles ready to take over? Charles is a lot smarter, sharper, and because of his wide variety of interest, he has a better grasp of British society than people think. They started writing him off and turning him into a villain during the time he was married to Diana. And that interview did a lot of harm there. Yes, he is. He is ready to take over. He has, everything there to take over. He has been in the background for a while waiting, but here's the Seven of Cups, that confusion into what role that might be. The Chariot, there's a momentum towards that Two of Cups. talking to his mother. Six of Swords. There's still some transitional waters to go through. Three of Cups. Celebration. Queen of Pentacles. A new step, a new start. Queen of Pentacles. As to what that role will be, either king or regent, is still in the clouds. He was vilified quite a lot, especially in the latter stages of his marriage. Nobody should be surprised when people in those higher echelons. I always had a thing about Diana being a bit whiny for my taste, and that she knew what she married into, and that she knew what her role was, but she didn't have to be defined by that role. She didn't want to be defined by that role, and she didn't have to be. But the way in which she went about redefining herself in that role was wrong. But that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, Linda B, I saw the conservative thing. I did the reading on that earlier. Happy Canada Day to everyone in Canada. That's right, July the 1st is Canada Day, isn't it? I'm just going to do... Any more questions, guys? She did a lot of good. I am not denying the good she did. I mean, even though I thought she was a bit of a whiny, she did open doors with HIV, with AIDS. She did a remarkable, wonderful, remarkable job with the landmines and things like that and stuff. I really do not in any way take those things away from her. Those part of what she did really, really did spike admiration. I was a lot younger back then too. This is like 30 years ago almost. So, yeah, I wasn't as tolerant, but even then I was ready to acknowledge, wow, she's doing some good things here. And, yeah. Night, Geek Hillbilly. Take care of yourself. I hope you're feeling better today, and I hope tomorrow will be another brighter day. I hope every day gets brighter for you. Okay? Hi, Sophie. How are you? It took me a minute. Sometimes it takes me a few minutes to sink in. Hi, Patty Palmer. See you next time, Patty. Now, who else has got some questions? Just because Bill Cosby's been let out of jail doesn't mean he's off the hook. Australian troops have left Afghanistan ahead of the US. Oh my God. Bill Cosby ruling shows why Ghislaine Maxwell should be freed, her lawyer says. Yeah, well, no. Oh, God knows how long it's going to take us to catch up to the rest of the world with vaccines. Yes, they are planning to phase out AstraZeneca in October, and it will only be available on request. But I think it's probably going to be at least another 9 months, 8 to 9 months before we catch up with the vaccines, if not a year. So hi, Sharon Sipe. Pompeo warns Wuhan lab at risk of leaking something else. Is it? Well, we'll just read on the question. Is that Wuhan lab still a risk of leaking other things? I'll read that objectively. I do feel that's a valid concern on people, but just the fact that Pompeo says it is like, oh. 10 of Cups. I've got the Devil in the middle. 10 of Cups. Hope. Out in the cold. Unfortunately, I think he's right. There is still a risk attached to that. But hopefully that risk can be balanced. But apathy. Legal problems. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some issues. Yeah, there's definitely some danger. In fact, they might even be brought up before some court or something. Hi, Laura Carlson. Lovely to see you. Oh, there are some Republicans who have supported the infrastructure bill. Is that right? Let's have a look. because they're getting it through. Is that right? It's how is Kamala Harris doing mentally? Okay. I feel okay. She's a very strong lady. She can take a lot. That's the support behind the bill getting played by the White House. They also have they're not being played by the White House. Will the infrastructure, they've pledged their support where? US, are they senators? Are they? Will the infrastructure bill get through? That's all right, Laura. King of Wands, leadership, some disappointment. Seven of Swords, King of Swords, Eight of Wands. There might be a couple of things that might have to be kept out. A bit of disappointment. I do feel they'll overcome it. But, yeah, it's going to be a close run thing, I think. But I do think it might get through. It's fine that you've been busy, Laura. That's fine. I just love it when people join me live, but I also appreciate that, you know, people have lives, and I welcome everyone who comes and joins, and I really appreciate people who do show their support by hopping on the live, but also those who watch me later and things like that. And also shows that, and also the people who watch but don't necessarily join the chat. I appreciate everyone. Have you hit the notification bell, Sophie? The US must guarantee it will not leave the Iran nuclear deal again. Thank you, Laura. One of the reasons I've extended my Sunday and Thursday to like 3 hours is that the time difference, sort of, not everyone. So, you know. Will the US work out the nuclear deal? Will they guarantee that? Four of Swords. Will the US guarantee it will not leave the nuclear deal? They will come to an agreement over it. There's a lot of back and forth at the moment. But given a complete guarantee, they would feel, you know, hedged in. There's still a bit going on. They will work something out. Oh. Marco Rubio. Honestly, within his district, that a lot of those buildings were built, the ones that are possibly in danger. I don't see any more building collapses, but I do see people leaving the buildings. Might be, you know, or even maybe not collapses, but some evacuations. I think there's going to be a real swath of inspections and investigations. Yes, everyone. Marie from Marie's Table, who has been having quite a difficult time the last year or so. He's having surgery today, so please, everyone, send some loving and healing light towards him. Texas doctor who gave 9 COVID vaccines to family won't be indicted. Well, why should he be? God. Nine doses of Moderna COVID vaccine to family and friends will not be indicted. Oh, right. To his family and friends. You know, it might sound a bit silly, but doctors are vital in this. And having their families vaccinated and stuff is important too, because it's not just helping the environment around him with chances of catching COVID and all that, and of course getting themselves vaccinated, but how can they concentrate on their work properly? How can they do their best job if they're worrying about their family catching this and stuff like that? It's not, it's understandable. Your downstairs neighbour, Sophie. Bill Gates hosted nude pool parties and got drunk pretty easily, an insider says. So what? It's a rats. He hasn't told people how to live their lives morally or anything like that. He's been a driving force behind vaccine development and all that. Hell! One new case of coronavirus is that? No, 23 hours ago. I don't care. Do you care? Oh, Trump says migrants cause incalculable damage to the US, an exaggeration filled. Yep, that'd be right. An exaggeration-filled border event. Millions of migrants are flooding into the country. Somebody once described Donald Trump as hyperbolically stupid, and that is just so true. It's incalculable how bad it is, told host Sean Hannity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, describe Trump. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. Good on him. That's what I say. If he did do it, good on him. That's Bill Gates I'm talking about, not Trump. Okay, let's have a look. Yes. That's why I'm not going to read on the people who built the building or anything yet. I want all my energy when I think about that building to go to helping the families of those who have been lost, those who have been injured and hurt, and the first responders and their families as well. And in helping them through this time and in the future with recovery for all people. I have been involved in, as part of the state emergency service, in the aftermath of disasters, and it can take a while to get. You know, I was in the SES in 1998 in 1998 in Townsville, sorry, when we had these huge unexpected floods, and some of our members lost their homes, but while they were out helping others, I went to homes that were just 3 feet of flood mud, and it's horrible. And I don't smell it anymore, but it's only been in the last couple of years, and this is 23 years ago, that I could stop smelling it when I thought about the mud. But my nose still wrinkles up when I think about it. And that was just dealing with the aftermath of the flood. I think a couple of people were killed, but the devastation of that, it's going to take a long, long time And for as long as possible, I want to put out positive energy to all those people. Who's got some questions? I think good on Bill Gates if he did host parties. Belarus opposition calls on EU to close sanctions loopholes. Will they do it? Will the EU close sanction loopholes with Belarus? Let's have a look. Hi Sheila, Inquisitive, you're back. Yay! Will the EU close those loopholes? Let's have a look. Here's the loopholes, talking about it. Bringing strategies into play. Out in the cold, to put Belarus out in the cold. Number 3, 6 of Swords. King of Wands. Yeah, they will. They will. They are looking at it. They are looking at it, and they are looking to close some of those loopholes. So, yes. Who's got a question? Anyone got a question? Still got almost half an hour left. And recovered. Their mental health. You're worried about the mental health of... Oh, that's such a hard one, Shelby Lisa. Ensure they will get debriefing, that they will have access to things available to them, I'm sure. But talk to them. Don't smother them. They're not going to want smothering, but just assure them that if they need to talk, no, they hated each other at Culross. Definitely, there was no frenemies with Betty White and B. Arthur. No, they definitely just did not like each other. So Shelby, Lisa, just tell them you're always there to listen, and say, and if they say you won't understand, say, I know I won't understand, but I'm here for you to talk to. Yeah, to just say possibly not. I might not understand. I might never be able to understand. But that doesn't mean I won't listen. Okay? And encourage them to talk to each other and amongst themselves. And you're worried about any weaknesses they may have suffered respiratory. Yeah. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for the people who attended there. Don't push it or force it, but just assure them that you might not ever be able to understand, but if they want to tell you, they can. Just let them tell you, and don't offer up any platitudes or anything like that. Just say, okay, and let them tell you. And yeah. Yes. Yeah, J-Lo. They might come out with pretty shocking and dark humour, but that's the way you deal with it, you know. That's the way you deal with it. Some of them deal with it. The heat wave. God. Only hoping for the best for you guys with the heat wave. Remember, if you want a reading, you can email me. I'm sorry. It's sad that this guy died, but there's that. I've come across that thing, that headline: a chef died after falling into a gigantic vat of chicken soup that he was cooking. I haven't read on Ivanka in a little while. I can do that. What was the real reason Trump went to the Texas border? Stir up trouble. Let's have a look. And I will do a reading on Ivanka. Yeah. Okay. Hi, C. Sims. Thanks for joining. I will do a reading. I haven't done one on Ivanka today, so I will do one. Yeah. What was the real reason Trump went to the Texas border? Diversion, diversion, diversion. Couple of reasons. To try and tighten his hold on the Republican Party. Also divert attention away from what Hi. Sorry. Blue screen of death came up. I really have to scrub this computer. Somebody asked me what Trump is really doing in Texas. They also asked, somebody's asked for a reading on Ivanka. Sorry about that. Loss of, I've got to scrub the computer. It's just a pain in the ass to reload everything. And thank you for staying with me now through this. So what is Trump really doing there? He's exerting his influence over, hi Shelby Lisa, he's exerting his influence over the Republican Party. Hang on a moment. Just give me a moment here. Get rid of that. Lost me again. Yeah, what happened? At that time I accidentally shut down the internet window. I-171 sign in. Hi, Sharon Side. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for your patience. Why is Trump really in Texas? He wants to strengthen his hold on Republicans. He also wants to divert his attention away from New York, what's happening there. He wants to try and divert from prosecutions in New York. And he also thinks the more he talks, the less he has to defend himself. Coming, this is all coming to a resolution. It's all going to end up, and there's definitely mercenary motives there. What's the world about there? The base of this Knight of Cups. You know what? Less and less people are listening. You know why he's gone? One of the reasons he's gone to Texas is that he's getting less and less people at the other rallies, and he wants to stir up that fear again. so that they'll come and they'll listen to the false knight. But it's coming to an end. And they'll listen to him, and he's Nine of Wands. No, Four of Wands. He thinks he's got something to celebrate, and he's going to try and put in new deals. But, you know, he is coming to an end. Are Trump and Ivanka planning a strategy? Let's have a look. Now that indictment's come down. Yeah, the first indictment has come down. How's Ivanka feeling about it all? Have a look. Oh, my little perfect world is in danger. My little perfect world is in danger. Look at this. Retirement. Our gaslighting and distractions are no longer working. Oh, I'm going to have to be a burden. I'm going to have to carry it all. Oh, it's all going to fall on me. Poor little me. Oh, she's selfish. Oh, I have a strategy and plan, and I better start enacting it. It's got nothing to do with her dad. Let's see what I can get away with enacting my strategy. Hierophant, Queen of Wands. She's really, really afraid of loss. Here. She's scared. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't the computer that time. That was human error where I accidentally shut down the Windows CSIM. Are you using Kipper? Trump. How is Trump? You know, I have not done a reading on how Trump is dealing with this. Will I use a fresh deck of cards? Let's see. The Ghost Tarot. Haunted. Haunted. Let's have a look. How is Trump dealing with it? The first indictment. I think I got going through my head that Donald Trump Jr. might go next. Might be the next name. Guides of the highest truth and compassion. I'm going to go till 1 o'clock my time because of the lost time. So, guides of the highest truth and compassion. Insight and objectivity in how Donald Trump is dealing with this. Very emotional news. Not well. He's really, really reacting like a child. He's me. He is. Ace of Cups. Oh, he is trying to rein it in. He's trying to. He's storming about. He's losing it. He can't think. He can't think. He can't think. His future is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to sit pretty. My autonomy is at risk, the same as Ivanka, different position. But in the future, he's going to be feeling my autonomy is at risk. This is how he's feeling. He's going to feel his autonomy threatened. The base of this is 10 of Pentacles, the Trump walk. The Trump walk. The 10 of Pentacles. His outcome. Queen of Wands, investigation. 7 of Wands, defending himself. He's really scared he's going to get indicted. 2 of Wands, planning strategies. What's his outcome? 6 of Wands. He really thinks he really thinks he can defeat it. He really does think he can defeat it. He really thinks he will defeat these indictments. Hi, Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Hey, Cameo, what's going on, Bubba girl? Okay, Donald Trump Jr. What's going on there? Donald Trump Jr. Is he going to be the next to be indicted? Person. Is he going to be the next individual indictment? He's definitely under investigation with that aim. He's definitely under scrutiny. The wheel. For him, his challenge is he can't stop it. He can't stop these investigations. That's a gorgeous card, isn't it? That's the Wheel of Fortune in the Los Garabio Ghost Tarot. Strength. He's going to need to find a bit of strength because this is a strong case against him. Seven of Cups, confusion, gaslighting. He's trying to actively cover some things up now, confuse some things. Oh, he cares. Oh, there it is again, Trump org. Is he the next who's going to get? He is. Oh, he's really worried that he's going to be the next one indicted. He's really scared of it. Really, really scared. It should be at the base. Yep. Oh, he's really, really scared. Yep. Really scared. The Fool. He's going to be put on a new journey here. 3 of Pentacles. Dirty money. Deals, bad deals with monies. 6 of Pentacles. Quid pro quo. He's in more trouble than just the tax. Tipping point. Yeah, it's getting close to him being indicted. Whew. I'm staying on a little bit longer because my computer shut down and then I accidentally shut the window down. So, yeah. Courthouse, yeah. You're using the kipper? Yep. What is Barr thinking about the indictments? He's not worried about the Trump org indictment because he's not really involved with Trump org. That's what I'm getting. Trump org indictments, not really a worry for him. But what is worrying Barr? What is he worried about? Hi, Sweet Pea, 68. Oh, spending a lot of time on this morning, but you know, my computer crashed and you guys give me so much and I want to give as much back to you as possible. And that's not Kim Jong-un. Barr, what is he thinking about? King of Cups, the Biden administration. Biden. He is suffering some anxiety. He's really worried about what's going to come forward. Ten of Swords. Oh, you know, Donald Jr. got the 9 and the 10 of Swords as well. He's worried about everything coming to a bad end. Yeah, but he's not really got much to do with the Trump organization, if anything. So he's not worried about the Trump org. But what he is worried about is other forms. He's definitely anxious. This is the Trump administration, but I think it's more so much the Trump, not the Trump, the Biden administration. And I think it's more he's worried it's about the Biden DOJ. Yeah, he's really anxious. He's really suffering from anxiety. His future is, he's really worried that, you know, it's all going to turn on him and it will spell the end. At the basis of this is the 5 of Pentacles. He's really feeling out in the cold. He's really feeling worried. At the base of this is the 5 of the Pentacles. He feels like people are abandoning him. The Chariot. The Chariot. Things have started that he's got no control over. This is the Chariot is out of control. And he's got no control there at all. What else is at the base of his worries? 3 of Swords. Out in the cold and he's going to be betrayed. Surprising emotional news. Is he going to lose his law license in the near future? 9 of Cups. On that, I asked, in the near future, is he going to lose his law license? And that came up, yes. That's the end of something for him. Will he end up going to jail? People are definitely going to turn their backs on him. Abuse of his position. Money, Trump. There might even be some tie-in with the Trump organization. Yep. Will Trump be subpoenaed to, hi, Apple, will Trump be subpoenaed to testify and will he lie? Whew. Will Don Jr. learn anything about himself throughout his indictment? No. Will Trump be subpoenaed to testify, and will he lie? Will Trump be subpoenaed to testify? Yes. He's going to try and ignore it. This is in the Trump org. Will he lie? Yes. Will he be found out? Yeah, he's going to try and manipulate the truth. 10 of Cups. Yeah, they're going to find out about it. Yep. He is going to end up before a judge, but perjury. He's going to end up before a judge on perjury charges. Yeah, Ivanka's not going to be getting away with much for much longer. Yeah. But Trump doesn't think he's lying. That's the thing. He can't tell the truth. Because for him, it's the way he sees things, so he's not lying. He sees things differently, so it's everyone else who's lying and not him. That's the way he sees things. I'm telling the truth. It's everyone else who lies. Oh, the plane, he sold it. Let's have a look at what July is. Might wrap this up with having a look at what July is going to be for Trump. Okay. Oh, and also, will Weisselberg flip now that he's been indicted? Will he flip? What about Ghislaine? I think I might leave Ghislaine till Sunday, and we'll have a look at her then. Okay. Okay. Will Weisselberg flip now? Messenger about money. Page of Pentacles. The courts, government processes. Yeah, I think he will. Now he's been indicted. He will have to plead guilty. But will he flip? Yes. Queen of Cups, yes. 3 of Cups, yes. I think he might. 10 of Wands. No. He doesn't want to carry that burden. Knight of Wands is a yes. 10 of Cups is a yes. 7 of Cups is a maybe. Yeah, he could. Yeah. I think he might, at least to a certain extent. Enough to, yeah. I always felt that he was going to, if he hadn't already. Maybe now that he's been indicted, that might be the push. Is Ivanka gonna? Ghislaine, I don't know what's happening with her trial. I'll have a look at her on Saturday. Is Ivanka gonna squeal? The Sun. Yeah, I think she might too. Certainly we're trying to cloud her own things. Yeah, the World. Squeal on path. Yeah, I think she might. Definitely. Try and get a better deal. But she won't do it till she's indicted herself. Yeah. Got very similar cards, some very even stronger ones, and her squealing will have an even bigger impact on Trump than Wasselberg's, because she's going to talk about more than just the Trump org. So what is July going to be like for Trump? Baron. Jared goes off to with his non-Gentile girlfriend to Israel. What? Oh, no, he's not going. He's not going anywhere. Okay, what has July got in store for Trump? Week 1. He's feeling victorious, but is he really? How many weeks we got in July? 1, 2, 3. Okay. He's going to start off feeling pretty victorious in week 1, but week 2, 6 of Swords, into choppy weather, into choppy waters. Week 3, investigators, the Knight of Wands. So we've got 6 of Wands with him feeling victorious. Then week 2, we've got the 6 of Swords with him going into choppy waters. And then we have the Knight of Wands, investigations, or even him trying to charm things. Strength in week 4, and the last half week is death, a change. So what is the second? So we've got 2 6s there in the first line. So we'll have a look at that. That's just the first line. I'm going to be doing 3 lines on each week. Feeling like he can talk his way out of things. No achievements. Yeah. So his state of mind is, I can win. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, then see if I can talk myself out of things. Oh, I'm feeling strong. And then, oh, crap. Oh, crap. Then week 1 in the environment, he really, the environment is going to be, we've got the 8 of swords here. So he's going to start feeling confined within his environment. Like he's not really got anywhere else to go. Not physically, but, just starting to feel that. Week 2, the lovers. He's thinking, okay, I can make some deals here to help me get through these deals. He feels that like deals that he's made in the past is going to help him through the choppy waters. This is week 2, and this is in the environment in week 2. The environment in week 3, tipping point. He really feels like things are at a critical point there. It's all around him in the environment. Week 4, new energy, strength. The feeling of new energy for week 4, and he's feeling strong. He's like, I'm strong. I can get anything done. I can defeat it all. And he's feeling a bit of new energy. But the last few days, a change. There's a change in the environment. And remember, this is the last half week of July. Unavoidable and irreversible change, a change in his fortune in the environment in the last few days of July. Contributing factors now. Week 1, this coming week. Yep, courts, Trump Organization, the indictments. That's a contributing factor. He's feeling he can beat it, but he's also starting to feel a bit confined. He's starting to feel things close in on him. Week 2, contributing factors. Needs to get through troubled waters. He's got to make some deals because he's feeling like things are getting a little bit out of control and he's not going to be able to pull things off the way he wants to. That's a contributing factor. Week 3, the contributing factor. Oh, out in the cold. He's feeling out in the cold in week 3. He's feeling like nobody loves me, everybody hates me, think I'll eat some worms. And that's the tipping point environment. So in week 3, he sort of tips. And in week 4, he's feeling a bit stronger. And the contributing factor to that is that he feels like he's sitting pretty financially. He thinks possibly this could be financial, possibly an influx of money that's going to help him feel more financial. But the contributing factor in the last few days of July, news, Page of Wands, someone talking about actions. Yep. Someone's going to flip. It's going to take a few weeks. Someone is going to flip. Could be Weisselberg, could be, but yeah, the last week, the last few days of July. So we've got unavoidable and irreversible change, leading to a change in his fortune because he's going to have to face this and the change in fortune that's in the environment because somebody is going to talk. Okay, guys, thank you very much for bearing with me today. I'm going to leave it now. And remember, if you want a reading, you can email me at footprinttarot@gmail.com. You can always use that as well. You can use that as well if for PayPal. That's the PayPal account too. Oh, hi, Hippie Gypsy. How are you? Sorry you've come in so late. It's getting late there. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, guys. I need to eat, get some food and stuff. But thank you so much, and yeah, that'll be interesting. August is going to be interesting, and well, you've been here listening. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for bearing with me through the disasters today. I will be back on Sunday. Might even pop in before then. We haven't got news for WA yet, new cases in WA yet, so that's interesting that nothing come out yet. Anyway, thank you very much, and yeah, love you all. Stay safe, stay strong, stay loving, and stay healthy. And hi, Patricia Way. Yeah, I'm going to do a reading on Ghislaine Maxwell on Sunday. Okay, please remind me to do that. So we'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Love you all.